Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. We're back sooner and better than ever. I told you guys this time around, I'm actually back like I've never left. And watch this comeback. I am actually extremely passionate about my podcast and about connecting with people and giving advice and my perspective to younger people. And in today's episode, I'm actually going to be talking about advice that I would give my younger self. So I'm 22 years old, and this advice goes out to people from the age group, I would say 13 to 21, because even up until last year, I actually endured a lot and I went through a lot, lots of lessons, lots of blessings. So yeah, I will be speaking about that and hopefully giving you guys some advice that you could take with a grain of salt. Of course, no matter what, or who you listen to, always do your research. Even if, you know what I mean, you think the person knows it all. And I'm not saying that I know it all. I'm still learning as I speak to you guys and as I advise you guys. I'm literally taking my own advice. I'm speaking to myself as well, but not with past situations because I've already learned a lot. But when it comes to new habits and things that I have not been through yet, I literally speak to myself and to you guys as well. So hopefully you guys could learn something from what I have to say and what I've been through, and lots of lessons here. So as you guys know, I grew up super early. I had I wouldn't say a rough upbringing, but I had a unique upbringing. And as you guys know, I am originally born and raised in Iraq. My family and I came to the US and when I was in middle school. So I literally had to be put in middle school from a whole different country, different language, different culture, different background, and coming to America, which as you guys know, it's super diverse, and then you have everything and anything. You have the good and the bad, and being put into a school with kids that didn't speak my language, didn't know anything about my culture and my background. It was difficult. It was a lot to navigate and to go through as a child. I was in my early teen years, and honestly, I remember the kids not wanting to interact with me as much or speak to me as much because they could notice from my first words that my English wasn't my first language and it wasn't strong or good, and my accent on top of it. And so I literally took it upon myself to learn as good English as I could, as fast as I could, and learn the accent as fast as I could, just so I could feel normal in that environment, which is weird to say because just because you're from a different background or you speak a certain language, a different language, doesn't make you not normal. But at the time, at that age, you feel that. You feel I have to catch up. I have to do this by tomorrow. You guys know how that is, being at that age and just feeling you have to do it by tonight, by tomorrow. And honestly, I remember I've always been a fast learner to begin with, but I remember going out at night with my cousins and my sisters and walking around our complex at the time and literally telling each other and me telling them guys, we have to learn English, we have to learn the accent, the American accent, and we have to learn it by now. And so we would literally be walking around the complex speaking English and only English and we would like mess up and like slip an Arabic word in there, and it was super funny. Those are like the good old days and good memories, I'm not gonna lie. And like looking back, I wish that I could tell my younger self that you're actually unique and you have a beautiful background, you have a beautiful culture, a beautiful language. You spoke and you speak the second hardest language in the whole world. If you guys didn't know, the first hardest language in the world is Chinese, and then the second one is Arabic. And I spoke and I speak the hardest language in the whole damn world. And I was still somehow embarrassed and ashamed. And honestly, I wasn't so ashamed, but I was just embarrassed of my English, and I just wanted to like, you know, indulge with people and speak to them and go with them to places. And I just felt like I had to have like Google Translate everywhere I go. And eventually, not eventually actually, within 5 months of being in the US, I learned English so good, like so good. Like I literally learned the accent. Like of course it wasn't perfect, but like the amount of learning that I've done at that time was crucial. It was so much. And honestly, like the way I went from like not knowing any of the words or the vocab to me learning the accent in a short period of time, I felt cool. I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt so smart and so proud of myself. And literally, I remember hanging with those same people at the school, like kicking it with them or like coming across them, and I would speak to them and they would speak to me and they'd be like, hold on, how are you the same person? There's no way. Like you learned so good, so fast. And then you wouldn't believe it, I literally became friends with those people that I wanted to speak to and like interact with, but I couldn't. So that just goes to show you, like when you're that age, you really like be so hard on yourself. But actually, if you put your mind to it and you put in the effort and you go after what you want, like if you want to learn a language, an accent, you literally can. All you got to do is put in the work, because it's definitely not easy. And it could be stressful too. Like I would be hard on myself where like if I couldn't say or pronounce a word the right way or like know the meaning of a certain word, I would be kind of pissed off. And I had to teach myself and learn patience, and I'm still working through it. When it comes to patience, it's a hell of a job, but we got this. All this to say, like don't be so hard on yourself and just trust yourself. You know, like you got this. As long as you put effort and hard work, and you got this. So that was one of, I would say, most memorable, but it was also difficult thing to like navigate as a 12, 13-year-old. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. Honestly, I remember like wanting to grow up so fast just so I could like, I would tell myself, I'm like, I can't wait for time to like pass so like I could like learn more and like be here longer so that way I could learn more and things like that. So yeah, it was fun, not gonna lie, it was fun. And now that I'm looking back at it, like I'm glad that I went through that, because it definitely gave me some like character development and confidence and like patience. So I love that. And then another lesson that I learned actually like recently, like in the recent years, is that when it comes to friendships, and I've had a lot of friendships, but most of them I don't really consider them like friendships, because at the end of the day that person wasn't even a friend or could care less about me. But I'm such a naive, nice person with a big heart, and I wear my heart on my sleeve. And in Arabic we say you have a big heart. And literally, like, when somebody is nice to me and they show me a nice gesture, I automatically think like, oh, this person is my friend just because they were nice to me, or just because they did something nice, or they spoke nice to me one time, and I automatically assume like, oh, I could consider that a friend, which is wrong. Like, my advice to you guys, if you're in your younger, I would say like from the age 13 to 20, 21, shit, even 22, I'm 22 years old. The best advice I would give you when it comes to friendships is to not be naive and don't think that everyone is your friend just because they were nice to you a couple times or they did something nice to you. Or they, how do I say it? Just don't be naive, honestly. Like, let it take a while. You know, I would say you could still interact with the person and you guys could kick it off. And even if you kick it off, don't assume that that's your friend. Just give it time, and don't put your trust in that person right away. Don't just think like, oh, I could trust this person with everything and anything because they speak nice to me, they do nice things for me. You know, the words, they love bomb me, all of that. Love bombing is not like only in relationships. It could actually be in friendships too, because some people will be nice to you in the beginning. They will do nice thing for you. They will talk to you nice, only to like get close to you and have you have a like letting your guard down and have a soft spot for them. And then that's when the real them comes out. And it's not always about fakeness, like, oh, this friend is fake, but sometimes it's like you can't just be friends with anybody just because, you know, oh, they're not fake. But there could be other things, just like how in relationships, not only cheating, like cheating should not be the only non-negotiable for you to break up with somebody. Like, if there were other things that are fucked up, then you have every right and you're entitled to leaving and ending that relationship. Same thing with friendships. Don't let your only non-negotiable in friendships be as if they're fake. No. There are other stuff that are completely non-negotiables, and take that as your big sister advice, even though I'm only 22. But if you're younger, because I wish that I have known this in my younger like days, like from the age 13 to 20, honestly, even 21. And honestly, like, a non-negotiable in friendships should always be the way that that person carries themselves, their morals. So if you see them doing something super immoral to somebody else, I don't think that you should keep that person as your close friend or best friend or even friend in general, because this happened to me with close friends and regular friends. I saw how they move, like, morally, how they act morally, the shit that they would do to other people, and I'm like, hold on, I don't resonate with that. Like, and I live by the saying that you are who you hang with, and that saying is a saying for a reason. You are who you hang with. They say that for a reason. And I wish that I would have known this in my like early teen years, but I literally like learned this just recently, like from my actual experiences and like watching other people's like friendships and being online, is that if a person is being immoral and moving foul towards other people, you could not like keep that person around, because that just shows you their character. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I only want to keep good people around me. I want quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. And if it means that I'm gonna have less friends because I'm stopping that friendship because of you being immoral or you just move foul, like I said, then I would rather be alone and just have like a fewer friends that are like good quality friends, good friends that have morals just like me that I resonate with. So yeah, especially when we're like, you know, growing, and because it's super normal for you to be like messing up and doing bad stuff when you're like, you know, early teens and even early 20s. But for you to do something like immoral and for you to like do something so messed up to somebody else that could potentially hurt somebody else's feelings so deeply and scar them for life, or just like hurt them in general, like causing somebody to lose sleep or causing them stress, I just don't resonate with that. If my friend is doing things like that, that's not my friend no more. Like, bye. I will find a better friend, or I would rather just keep the good, real friends around, or even stay by myself if I had none. If you guys don't already have some and you only have like 2 friends and they're bad and they're immoral. When it comes to friendships and relationships in general, doesn't matter who it's with, always pick quality over quantity. You will not regret it, because quality lasts a long time. Quantity, that is temporary. That shit could go left any second. And honestly, because those people are not around because they truly care about you and like you as a person, they're only there for a reason. Quality friends, they're there because they're good friends, they care about you, you guys have stuff in common. And remember this, anyone can make friends, but finding quality friends, that's what's hard to come across. So when you do find them, hold on to them, and you will find them. Because literally, I did not expect to find a real good gem. And for that, always choose quality over quantity, because it's so easy to make friends. It's so easy to come across people that want to be friends. But for you to find quality friends, that's what's hard to come across. So when you do find quality friends, hold on to them, treat them good. And it's possible, because even in your early 20s, like I'm 22 years old, and it felt like it's hard to make good friends or to find quality friends, like I said. And literally I came across one of my closest friends at the age of 22. And the way you feel, like when you find a good friend that like gets your vibe, that you resonate with, that you guys share the same morals, the same vibes, the way you guys feel like you guys have the same heart, it feels immaculate, like the happiest feeling ever. It's the same way as when you find a really good partner, because your friend is also your partner in other ways. And that's why you gotta find good friends, because would you be with a partner, a romantic relationship partner, that's a cheater, or that's immoral, or that's, you know, you guys name it, all those bad qualities? I'm sure you wouldn't. So same thing goes with your friends. If your friends, you don't resonate with the things they do, their character, drop them. Literally, go find you new friends. You don't even need to explain to them. They don't deserve no closure, no nothing. They should know what they did. They should know who they are. They should know all of that. And you shouldn't settle for those just so you don't be alone. I hear this convo online about your partner, about girls saying that, oh, lots of people give their partners lots of chances, but they wouldn't do the same for their friends. But I don't think that the two compare. Like, that's a romantic relationship and that's a friendship. That's like, so two different things, totally different things. And they have different things to like offer. Like, it's normal to have petty arguments or like little misunderstandings and arguments with your romantic partner, because it's normal for you guys to clash, because you guys literally do everything together. You guys are probably living together. I just think that friendships should make your life easier, not harder. They should make you happier. They should help your life rather than make it worse, because you really don't have to have friends. You could just have your family, but you're choosing to have friends. And for them to not make you feel comfortable, happy, loved, appreciated, cared for, respected, then why do you even need to have them? better have no friends and just having your own family. That'll serve you much better in the long run, because at least those people are quality and they actually love you and care about you. So only quality friends over here. And honestly, like being in your early 20s, like I'm 22 years old, like I said, and I felt like it was hard to come across quality friends and to make friends when you're 22 years old, even though like I know it's a young age, I know that, but to find quality friends. And it's actually possible, because I met one of my closest best friends I've ever had in my entire whole life, literally this year at the age of 22. And all that to say, like, there's hope, guys. Like, you will find the good friend that you resonate with, that you guys share the same vibe, the same values. It's possible to come across good people. There's still good people out here in this world, thank God. Good news, flash news. But yeah, literally my best friend and I met this year in October, and we just hit it off right away. Like, we literally felt like we've known each other like we're siblings for like the longest. And I actually hosted my first Thanksgiving at my house, and my best friend came, and my best friend's family, well, not all of them, but some family, and it was super fun. And my family got to meet their family, and it's just, it feels good. It feels like the same feeling when you meet like your romantic partner, like a good romantic partner, and you're like, you finally found the one, and you're like so happy and showing them around, and you guys are just always talking and still having your life. Of course, it's toxic. It's not normal for you to just be talking to your best friend constantly, unless you guys have some free time. But even then, I would recommend to like do separate stuff and have your own life. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys that tunes in, that supports me, that comments and likes and shares, and always tells me good feedback. I'm open to feedback. So if you guys have any, if you guys think I need any suggestions, any room for improvement, I'm definitely open to that. But thank you so much for watching. Love you, beautiful.